What you doing?
Well, I'm trying to find something else to make for these people. Something I'm excited about that I think they'll like. Yeah. Well, I'm kind of thinking this one here.
Can I see?
Yeah, come here, look, take a look at it. Right here.
This one?
Yes.
No.
What do you mean no? Yes, look at it. It's perfect. It's perfect for night or day.
No, you want to do this one.
This one right here.
Yes.
They're gonna like this one.
They're not going to like this one. They're going to like this one.
They're gonna like this one.
No, you like this one. They're going to like this one.
This one right here.
No, you want to make this one.
No, they're gonna love this one.
They're going to want this one.
I think I know them better than you do. They're gonna like this one.
No, you like this one.
No. You think this one is good, right, Mr. Smarty Pants? I'm telling you, this one's perfect. It's for night or day.
You want to do this
I'm
one.
telling you, they're gonna like this one.
Hello, Mr.
Hey.
Interior Designer. I know a thing or two. They're going to love this one.
We'll see which one they like more.
Yeah, and I think you're going to owe me dinner.
Dinner. I'll only owe you dinner if this one gets over 10,000 views in a day.
All right, if you get more than 2,000 views on this one, I'll make you dinner.
That's it. It's on.
Accepted.
Challenge accepted. Okay, so we have our challenge now. We're going to see who picked the better pattern to work, me or my brother Roger. Basically, the video with the most likes is going to be the winner, or maybe you can just comment after you see the second video that comes up. I like yours, I like his, I like them both equally. All three answers, in my opinion, are going to be fair enough, except I'm biased. No, I'm kidding. So here is the pattern that I picked for us to work this time. I want to make this. We saw this in this book here. I've had it on my mind since. The Night Dress Sachet or Sachet. It's a very short pattern, but it's not going to be a quick pattern. This will be a quick tutorial, no doubt, because it looks like it's largely a one-row repeat. But we repeat that one row 68 or 70 times. And you can, of course, use any yarn or thread that you want, although small is what is desired in the original pattern. It calls for a single Berlin wool, which is going to be about like a number 10 thread. I did already start the chain just because I wanted to see how long it was going to be and all that. So it wants us to start with a chain of 96, and I have already done that. So I am ready to go ahead and start row 1. So I'm using a 1.5 millimeter hook, number 10 crochet cotton or bedspread cotton, and you can use any thread or even yarn that you want. Okay, it says this pretty sachet is crocheted with single Berlin wool, either white or colored as preferred. Also a number 10 bone crochet needle, a piece of satin for the lining, and 1 yard of silk for silk ribbon for bows, and 3 small fancy buttons. This sachet is worked all in one piece. We love that. And it says that it's worked in Russian crochet. Are they the ones who came up with the chevron? Russian crochet in rows forward and backwards. We love that too. Begin with 96 chains. So I meant to read that to you. And start with your chain of 96 and come on back and we will start the first row. Oh, right. So for the first row, it wants us to make 14 single crochet. So of course, that's going to start from the second chain from the hook. Of course, as you all know, I like to work in the back bumps. So I will be back whenever I have 14 of these little buggers worked in. I'll be right back. Okay, now we have our 14 single crochet made. Let's work 3 single crochet into the next stitch over. So the 15th stitch gets 3 single crochet all into the same stitch. And then we're going to crochet 14 more single crochet. So let's do that now. 14 single crochet. Oh, you know, because I work in the back bumps, I torture myself. The stitches are just a little tighter. Oh, Making me look bad. Come on, get in there. Okay. That is 1, 2. I'm not going to put you through watching me struggle with this. I will be right back. Okay. So there are our 14 stitches from the point where we did the 3 in the same stitch. Now we're going to skip 4 stitches and work 14 more single crochet. So let's skip 4 chains, I should have said. 1, here we go. Let me get you up in here. It's starting to get dark, y'all. Let me get a little more sunshine in here. Okay. Skipping 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in the 5th stitch over, start working your 14 single crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, come on. There we go. I always tell myself, just get through the first chain, girl. It'll be worth it in the end. Okay, I'll be right back. Work 14 more single crochet. There is our next group of 14 stitches. Now we're going to chain, or not chain, but we're going to work 3 single crochet into the same stitch again. And this is the repeat all the way to the end. You'll work 14 stitches after this, 14 single crochet, and then you will skip 4 and crochet 14 more. Then after that 14, you will put 3 into the 15th stitch. You'll put 3 into the same stitch, just like we did here. So this is our repeat. There we go. 14, then into the 15th stitch, work 3 singles. Then work 14, skip 4, work 14, and right here we're at the point of our 3 singles into the same stitch. And it's just going to carry on all the way to the end of the chain. Come on back whenever you are ready for round 2 and essentially our 1 row repeat. Okay, made it all the way to the end. Here is what you should be having, the start of our chevron pattern here. Here we go. Just like that. Now it says to turn and skip the first stitch and work your single crochets until you reach the point of the 3 stitches into the same stitch. So basically when you get to the center stitch there, and work 3 single crochet. Oh, I'm terrible. We're supposed to be working back loop only. Okay, back loop only for the remainder of the pattern. It's all going to be worked in back loop only. Okay, so I will be right back. Okay, so here is the first of my 3 stitches, all into the same stitch. Here is the second one, and in this second one, I'm going to work, well now, if you would just stay out of the way, in the second one, I'm going to work 3 into that, all into that same stitch. Now we work our way back down. So just keep working like this, 1 single crochet in each and every, well, 1 back loop single crochet in each and every stitch, and come on back when you're ready to work this portion here. Okay, now we are at the point of the little V, so now what we're going to do is skip 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and in the back loop only, keep on working your single crochets. And so this is the repeat all the way to the end, and this is the repeat for every row for 68 to 70 rows, and that's what it says in the pattern as well, 68 to 70, so it's your choice. So you'll just keep repeating this over and over and over again. Then whenever you have completed your 68 to 70 rows, you come on back and we will do the decoration portion all the way around. I think the bows are really quite optional, and we'll do the buttons. So now it says here, so we're going to miss the 2 stitches. We've done that. And repeat from there twice. And there will be 1 stitch to leave unworked at the end of the row. Continue working the same as the second row till about 68 or 70 rows are done. Then we will do the last row. So while we skip the first stitch, we're also basically going to skip the last stitch. And we're adding those stitches right here in this portion where we add the 3. We are replacing those stitches, so it works out fine. So just keep working like this. Skip your last stitch. Skip your first stitch and skip your last stitch. Okay, I will be back in probably a day because there's no way I can work all these rows in just one afternoon. So you will probably see me again tomorrow. Not that you'll notice the difference, but maybe. Okay, here we go. We're going to work 3 into this stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Then we work our way back down. And remember, when you get to the point where it V's out, you're going to skip the 2 inner stitches. You're just going to jump right over them. Okay, guys, I will see you in a day or so, but I'll be right back. So I decided to add some pinstriping to mine just to change it up a little. And believe it or not, changing it up like this is actually helping the pattern probably psychosomatically work up faster, because it's kind of changing things a little bit from it just being one row, one color, the same stitches the whole way through. The way I have this one calculated allows the black line to be recessed in there as if it's a shadow in there. Here's how it looks on the other side, where it's more bold coming out this way. This is the way I like it to look, where at different angles the line kind of disappears, and it's really neat. And when you open it up, you can see it a little more. It's really neat. And then on this side, it just is the black stripes. Either way, I like the way it looks, but my eye is more attracted to this look right here. It's just a little more unique, a little more depth and texture. So how I worked this out, we're working 9. I started off with four rows of white, and my 5th row is black. So that's why it starts off at 5. 5 is black. So we're doing 9 rows of white, and then row 10 is black. That way it's recessed for me. So then it will end, row 65 will be black, and then the last 4 or 5 rows, I haven't decided if I want to do 4 or 5. I started with 4 here, but I may want to end with 5. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter because the pattern said 68 to 70. I think that's going to be fine. For right now, I have it in my mind to do 70 rows, but I don't know. I don't think it's really going to make that big of a difference, 69 or 70. I'm going to probably just go ahead and work the 70. But row 65 will be my last black row. And I just really like the way that this looks. I think it's very fun, very different, and a little more modern even. So, okay. Well, I guess that's kind of unfair to say because I had pinstriping then too. Okay, guys, so I'm going to continue to work on this. I am at row 29 right now, and it's really actually not taking that long to work this up. So I will see you guys, check in with you guys a little later on into my progress. And I probably should have told you, row 5, black, row 15, black, row 25, black, row 35, black, row 45, and row 55 and row 65 are all black. If you wanted to write those numbers down, if you wanted to follow what I'm doing. Okay, so I made it to row 70. Let's see how long this is with this specific hook and this specific thread. From point, it is 9.5 inches in length. Okay, now it says last row, turn the work and miss the first stitch. Okay, turn the work, miss the first stitch, which is going to be this stitch right here that our chain is coming out of, and we work. It's not saying to work in the back loop only anymore, so we work 1 single crochet in the next stitch over after the one we just skipped. Now it says to miss the next stitch over, and in the next one after that we're going to work 4 double crochet, 2 chains, and 4 double crochet. So there is 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2 chains, and then 4 more all into the same stitch. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then it says to repeat. So we're going to skip this next single crochet over, and then in the next one after that, work a single crochet. Skip the next stitch, and in the next one over, we start working our 4 doubles, our fan stitch is what I'm going to call it, or shell stitch. Our 4 doubles, 2 chains, 4 doubles. I'll be right back. I'm going to come back whenever we get to the point. Okay, here we go. So worked my last like little scallop or shell stitch here. I'm going to skip the one right next to it and work my single crochet right here. Skip this next stitch, and in the next stitch over right here, we work our 4 doubles, 2 chain, 4 doubles right on the tip of the point. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, chain 2, and repeat. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Skip the very next stitch, and in the next one over, work our single, and just keep repeating. Okay, so I had to work out what we do when we get down to the V area. So what I did is, just like we've been doing the whole time, I skipped the 2 stitches right in the middle, and I made my first fan right off onto the side. So I skipped the 2 stitches, made my fan, and now I'm working my way up. The first time I did this around, as you can see, some of my stitches are a little stretched out. It didn't add up. Now it will add up. So I'm going to work a fan here, skip this stitch, work a single crochet, and then my fan will be right on the tip like it's supposed to be. So this is the best way I found for it to work out, and these points come down like this, just like it's kind of showing here. If you look, see how it's kind of showing it like that right there. So I think that's the way we need to go. Okay, so I finished my I don't know what you would call it, sort of fringe or scalloped edging, and I folded it to see how it would look, and I love it. Now I decided that as much as I like the narrow pinstriping, I kind of like the thicker one better. Oh, I do. So I think I'm going to go with this on the outside. As you can see, the scalloping is all the way around, but you know what? We are allowed to make things the way that we prefer them. In my opinion, I don't prefer the scalloping on the top because that'll make it hard to open. I don't prefer the scalloping on the bottom. I like a more modern look. I know this is a vintage pattern, but I just feel like modernizing it just a little bit, just a little. I don't really want the scalloping on the sides either. So I think what I'm going to do is, while I'm still attached, I think I'm going to add a simple single crochet row all the way to the bottom while it's still open. Work a scalloped edge here because I do like the idea of the scalloped edge being there when you open it up. I think that would be so cute and so fun to see. Then work a single crochet row all the way up to the top. Then I will fold this up, and go ahead and stitch this right here. Let's see, do we want scalloping on the bottom? Because we could work a row. No, I really don't though. I'm gonna stitch it up here and stitch it up here. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I will read you the instructions if you wanna follow it exactly as they have it written. But in my opinion, I would prefer it without the scalloping on the top, the bottom, and the sides. I kind of want to streamline it a little bit, just a little more modern, maybe a little more Art Deco. So kind of bringing it into the 1920s a little bit. I'm just not real, because I want to use this personally for myself. So this is a personal choice of mine. So I'm just not big on all of this on the sides here, on the bottom and on the top. Plus I think this top portion here will make it kind of difficult to open it all the way. Here are the instructions. Okay, so, it wants us to cut, fasten off at the end of this row, and now it wants you to come down and do it again, reattach and do all of this down here. Okay, so we've worked both ends of the pocket now. All around the outside of the edge of the sachet, work a row of crochet. Thus, 1 single crochet in a stitch of the sachet. Miss a stitch or two for double crochet in the next, miss a stitch or two, 1 single crochet in the next, repeat. Join evenly at the end of the round. Line the sachet, so that's how it wants it to be done. Line the sachet throughout, cutting the points into the shape, make 2 pretty bows, and put 1 in the right hand corner and 1 in the left bottom corner. As the engraving, put buttons on the pocket to button the points into. So that's how it wants the pattern to be finished. But if you don't mind, I'd like to take a little creative control over it at this point. So what I'm going to do at this point is just work as evenly as possible a row of single crochet all the way to the bottom. When I get to the bottom, I'm going to work this portion again. But here we go. And this will just help clean up the edge a little bit and give me something substantial to work into when I go to sew the bottom portion up. That was a little low, I think. There we go. Some of these stitches might be a little tough to get into. There we go. Okay, worked my single crochet row all the way down to the bottom. Now I'm going to chain 1 and follow the instructions just as they were written before. So skip the first stitch, and in the next stitch over, I'll work my first single crochet, yarn over, skip the next stitch, and in the next stitch over, work my first fan. So I'm going to continue to do this all the way to the other end. And whenever I get to the other end, I'm simply going to row your boat. I'm simply going to work a row of single crochet all the way up. Then I'm going to fold this portion up this way and sew this seam together, but I'll do that on camera with you. And then I'm going to put some buttons on it, I think. Yes. Because it does say to add buttons. I like the idea of buttons. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, got my frills on both sides, got my single crochet row on both sides. So now what I have done is folded it up. Let's see here. On this side, starting at the top of the little frill, I have it folded up 4 inches. Oh, 3.5 inches, pardon me. 3 3/4 inches, almost 4 inches. And so the way I know that it's even all the way across is, see the little points right here in the middle? Right here? Yeah, the little peaks are all the same. And so then I will come back and fold this part over like that and put my buttons like that. Oops. There we go. Sorry. So let's go ahead and sew the sides up. And I think what I will do, there we go. That'll keep it secure over there. Now I will go ahead and sew this side up. So I'm going to use a yarn needle and just a piece of the same crochet cotton. Oh, wait a minute. I need to go. What am I doing? Almost made a big boo-boo. Almost. You guys are probably looking at your screens like, no, girl, no, no, no. And I can hear it. That's probably what got me to stop what I was doing, because I heard you. Side closed. Go. Now I can commence to sewing, and I'm just gonna do, oops, apparently that, a floss. Okay. I'll just tie this to secure it, but I will weave this in. I'm only gonna tie it just to secure it here. Okay. And I'm just gonna do my best to match stitch for stitch. There we go. So I'm gonna continue to sew this all the way up, then I'm gonna do the other side. I'll be right back. Okay, I got both sides sewn up. There we go. Got one more little tail to weave in there. And I've been tearing up my little craft cabinet, trying to find my buttons. I've got these cute, like mother of pearl or abalone shell, but they're very old little buttons. I can't find them anywhere, and that is frustrating. But there we go. I like it this way without the ruffles all the way around it. What do you guys think? There's the back, and it opens up quite easy. No buttons yet. I don't even think it really needs to be lined. I really don't. I love it a lot. I know I don't have any bows to put on it either. I'm terrible, you guys. I can crochet. I guess I'm not always prepared for everything, huh? Terrible. Hey, no one ever accused me of being a professional YouTuber. I don't think anybody ever will. I'm just some lady, housewife woman who crochets on the internet. That's all I am. But I absolutely love this. I really, really do. What do you guys think? You guys disappointed I didn't completely finish it? That's like the second time I said that in a video. That's not good. That's not going to become a trend, I promise. Anyways, I love you guys lots. I love this thing lots. Let me know if you like this one. The next video is going to be Roger's pick, and we'll see which pattern you guys prefer, or maybe you prefer both of them equally, and we'll both be buying each other something for dinner. I'll see you guys in Roger's pick. Bye.